Good morning, friends. Ohayo gozaimasu. I've been doing these in the morning for a little bit now, so I haven't been able to have a alcoholic beverage. But trust that I've been getting enough at night when I'm not making videos. Often I intend to make videos at night, and I've got a really good idea in my head of what I want to talk about. And then I imbibe alcoholic beverages, and I kind of lose that train of thought. I get home and pass out on my bed. And I wake up the next morning, refreshed. I don't overdo it often. So I'm mentally prepared to make this video today. I want to talk a little bit about a social issue in Japan. Now, I've been out of Japan for a few years, so hopefully the entire world, not just Japan, but the world as a whole, is making progress on social issues. For example, the one that I want to talk about today is homosexuality. I can tell you absolutely the United States has been making progress in the last few years, and the majority of us, especially YouTube people, are getting more and more open-minded, and we just see people for people, and really a broadening of the world has been a broadening of our minds. The more of the world that we can see, the more different kinds of people we accept and embrace and love. And it's not even a matter of acceptance, really. Why do we have to accept somebody that's different than us when they're really not that different than us? We're all made up of the same thing. So anyway, that's a lot of a pretense for a pretty basic video, because I don't have the current background knowledge to necessarily do this, but it's just some interesting thoughts that I had flowing through my brain based on my experiences. Now, as you may or may not know, my original experience in Japan was as a Mormon missionary in Japan, and so as such, and part of the teaching curriculum that a Mormon missionary does is tell people that being gay is not ordained of God, and it will prevent you from getting into the church, which ultimately lets you get into heaven, which is a pretty terrible thing to say. So to all of my citizens of the world out there, I apologize for propagating that belief. But I have since learned the error of my ways. Anyway, that was something that was a pretty, not a big part of the curriculum, but definitely part of the Mormon curriculum and agenda. So whenever that would come up, it was just a non-issue to people, because they felt like homosexuality is a thing. It's out in the world. We're open to it, but it's not Japan's problem. We don't have that here. That's a gaijin problem, and which to call it a problem is closed-minded in of itself. But that's the feeling and the message that I got from people. They would never say. I mean, some of course would, but the majority of Japanese people wouldn't say that they were against it. Nobody's picketing funerals like the Westboro Baptist Church, and nobody's committing hate crimes necessarily. It's just we don't do that here, and so gay people in Japan do live closeted lives. And a really cool thing that I got to see after I was a missionary and working as a Japanese tour guide in Hawaii was gay Japanese couples that would leave Japan to go on vacation and just finally be themselves and be free. And that was beautiful for me, and it led in some ways, kind of opened up my mind a little bit to start to reevaluate where I was and what my beliefs were about humanity, other human beings, which seems so basic. It's just silly that it even had to start there, but it did. That meant something to me. A couple of words. The word in Japanese that we were taught to use for gay people was do se aisha. Do se aisha. Do se aisha. Do meaning same. Se relating to sexuality. I should probably know meaning love. And sha being a person who does something. So, the person who does loving someone of the same sex. So, it's not a word with negative connotation, just kind of saying what it is. Homosexual, that's just, was the word that we were taught to use. You didn't hear it very often. Every now and then you might even have to say it again just to make sure people are tracking you. More commonly, you'll hear gay, homo, or okama, which is a funny one because people mostly used it in a joking context. It is a very feminine connotated word, usually having to do with someone, a man dressing up as a woman, putting on the face or appearance of. And I guess the reason why my whole train of thought started with this was I was here on this very bed and watching Itazura na Kisu on Crunchyroll on my Apple TV, and I thought, drinking white wine here in my bed and watching Itazura na Kisu, which is such a teenage girl drama in Japan. It's targeted to maybe probably 14, 15-year-old high school girls. And here I am sipping white wine, watching this. And I have, obviously, kind of educational reasons for watching this. This is something that I can follow easily. If this is a Japanese television program, not subtitled, there's no way that I'm going to be able to really track a crime drama, a history drama, a science drama. There's just too much vocabulary that I don't know. But you give me a high school drama, and I'm right there with it, because this is, we're targeted to younger people that have a similar vocabulary in Japanese that I do. They haven't been through high school yet, where you're going to learn a lot of your scientific and vocabulary and historical references. So, plus I enjoy it. I mean, I'm not going to lie and say, like those guys that say, I just watch it to make fun of it. Come on, give me a break. You enjoy it. So yeah, I like it. It's fun. It's light. It's funny and cute. So, I thought, man, would a Japanese person think I was gay and not say anything about it if they saw me right here? I don't know. I really don't know where Japan is at right now, socially. So I would love to hear from you. Please comment. Please subscribe. Please find me on Google+, Arrowjero. Again, subscribe to the Arrowjero channel. I make these videos frequently. I have a lot to say. I don't do a lot. And the reason why I don't do a lot on these videos, I really just sit here and talk. I was an idiot a few years ago who thought I was going to be ahead of the curve. My computer broke, and I thought, I'm going to get a couple tablets. I don't need a computer anymore. We're moving away from that direction. I was maybe too ahead of the curve. I need a computer. I'm going to end up buying one very soon. So I make these videos off of my Samsung HD smart camera, and then I upload them via my Samsung Note 3. And so everything goes out unedited. But at some point, we're just gonna have to fix that. I'm gonna have to swallow my pride and accept the fact that I was wrong about the future. So that's, what are you gonna do, right? Thank you for watching, and we will do this again very soon. Have a great day. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu.